We're live in the Grapevine on a Thursday morning here on the Smooth Breakfast. Smooth 98.1. Love music, love life. It's 17 minutes past 8 a.m., the 9th day of October 2025. Yours truly, Ayokunmi We're here with you, walking you into what's been going on in the entertainment world. And trust me, there has been a lot of things happening, bass boost left, right, and center. And this is where we're going to talk about it all. We break it down, we analyze the issues, we shake some tables, we break some tables, and just have a good time. That is how it works. Welcome once again. You can join us on WhatsApp. You can join us on YouTube. Yes, we're streaming live at Smooth 981 FM Lagos, Smooth 981 FM Lagos. So you can also catch all the behind the scenes events that tend to happen. WhatsApp, send those messages in to us on 0911 999 0981 0911 999 0981. All right, joining me at this time is my main man, James Silas. James, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Lagos. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, yo. What's happening? I'm chilling.
Everything is happening, We just
Everything.
day. Everything is happening, man. We're just trying to take it easy, do our thing, make some money,
Absolutely.
just be healthy. That's just the
Yeah,
way it is. Welcome into the Grapevine. Hopefully, Oris will be joining us pretty soon. To weigh in on the issues as well. But before he does that, of course, we'll get the ball rolling. Kickoff has already started. I'm going to start this conversation this morning talking about Laide Bakare. Yes, for those who are into Nollywood, you would know her. Now, she has responded to public backlash following her recent remarks about introducing her 17-year-old daughter to nightlife. In a viral interview with content creator Mr. Lil Gaga, the actress revealed that she took her daughter to a nightclub for the first time at age 17, adding that she was proud her daughter would remember her as the one who introduced her to, in quotes, alcohol and clubbing. Now, her comments sparked some widespread criticism on social media, with many people accusing her of encouraging underage drinking and irresponsible parenting. Now, she said that those comments were actually misunderstood. James, what's happening here?
yeah. I mean, so sometimes, when you have a platform or you have the opportunity to speak or talk about, maybe speak freely, you throw words and not weigh the weight, do you understand, of the things you are saying, or not even analyze properly. In fact, at the point, it seemed like she, it seemed like she said she didn't know she said that until she now saw the video and now saw it and I said it was a slip of tongue. That part was funny.
Mm,
Slip of tongue that it don't happen in full sentences or full description. But I mean, I think she cut her some slack if she's now coming back to say, okay, no, it's not like that. I didn't mean it like this. And don't forget that sometimes you only act based on the things you know, or the level of knowledge that you have. Taking a 17-year-old um daughter to the club
mm.
um is somehow. In fact, how did the club owners let you in? How did you pass security with the 17-year-old? Do you understand? I also understand that some people or some teenagers or kids look older than their age, right? And you
Yeah.
can imagine that she'd have done some kind of makeup or makeover for her. She'd have looked older than her age and then would have gone into the club. So, but Lydia is explaining now that yes, they went to the club just for her to see the environment, just to have a feel of it. But she did not drink alcohol, she did not take anything, and so on. That even she herself does not drink alcohol, you know. So, but is that still an excuse to take the daughter to a club? I mean, I'm not here to judge, you understand, but just so you can also, I just want to understand public sentiment when they come at you or when they talk and all of those things. Do you understand? So, yeah, I mean, basically that's what it is. Because in the society that we're living in today, nobody's playing with your daddy when they hear that you took a 17-year-old to a club, what's the goal? Why didn't you take her to maybe the international library or like a museum where she can learn something? Do you understand
What
what I'm saying?
what's the fun in that? Come on.
What I mean,
What's
I'm
the fun
just
in that?
saying because, but to the club, what do you want her to see really? What okay? She has been curious about what happens in the club, and then say, okay, it's just like saying, oh, so what happens? What do adults do in the bedroom? And I say, okay, wait, let me play you one film. I see. So I
I
just
don't
feel
think
like
that's the same thing now, James.
I
Let's
I,
calm
I was
down
trying to
now.
say museum now. You said what's the fun in that? So I'm giving you other examples now. Take it. So anyway, um, to each his own, all right. But we just feel like in the society where we're trying to make things better, it's just somehow when you take your child to a club, then tomorrow, if the child now loves that place so much that that's where she wants. I mean, when do people start drinking or smoking or whatever? It's just by one, doing it for the first time. After that
Yeah.
time, boom, that's it. So, but I like the fact that she was humble enough to come to public the same way to say, "Oh no, she didn't mean it like that." I mean, I think cut her some slack. It's okay. It happens. We are all
Mm.
humans. There are a lot of people that
Yeah,
are
we
even
are.
doing what. Do you understand? People are doing
True,
worse than that.
true,
So,
true. But James, I mean, looking at this issue from another perspective, now,
yeah.
wouldn't we say that it's probably a good thing that that sort of lifestyle in quotes was
Hmm.
supervised with her mom there. There's always this argument that, oh, eventually these kids will begin to learn about these things, their friends, or go to this club, that club, do this and that. That isn't it better for someone who is trusted, someone who is like an adult figure to be the one to say, okay, it's like saying that when kids begin to grow up and they become sexually active and all that, and the parents are the ones who walk them through that. Oh, you might do this, but do it like this, do this, don't do this, be
Yeah.
careful, and all that. I mean,
Yeah.
can that apply in this situation as well?
No, it applied according to her explanation. That's what she tried to do here, where she's, being the one to. And according to her, it was a controlled environment where not just Lady. I'm sure it was Lady with her friends and all of that, and they would have said, "Look," and you can imagine that, um, after the said party, um, Lady and her friends wanted to go out, and so where are we going to drop this teenager? You know what? Let's just all go together. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, um, it's a good thing that it was a controlled environment where she can say, "Look, this is what see the what the girls, these girls, this is what they do here. These guys, this is what they do here. This is people. These are people smoking. These are people. This alcohol, this and that." So show her, explain certain things to her. Um, Now maybe the problem would have been the way she brought it out on, or she talked about it on social media, or maybe the whatever in the media.
Mm,
You see, that's the thing. When you bring out all of these things, you just come and throw out information on social media. There's
yes,
always a revert, like a response will come. You get a response, you get feedback, and that's exactly what. Because I'm sure she could have done that same thing without even talking about it on social media and or even bringing it
exactly.
out to light. But she brought it out to the public court, and hey, you get what you asked for.
Mm. People always wonder, I mean, why are people talking? Can't you mind your business and all that? But you put the business out there for the whole
No, they
world
won't.
to
Social,
see.
you see
So,
places like Twitter, X, Instagram, Facebook,
no,
all of these places,
no.
they are not places where people mind their business. This is not. No, we don't mind our business here. There's no
Just
minding your business.
goodness gracious. There's no minding of business on the
No.
social media space. Well, we'll move on to another story where I guess a lot of people should learn to mind their business and mind what they say. Because Adunia Ade, for those who are in the Nollywood space as well, she's in an ecstatic mood as she's set to receive 20 million naira in damages after winning a lawsuit against a blogger. Now, just to take a step back here to remember, a blogger published a story saying that she's one of the popular actresses who has been accused of dating Senator Dino Melai. Now, she filed the lawsuit against the blog, arguing that the report placed her in a misleading and offensive light, violating her constitutional right to privacy under Section 37 of the Nigerian Constitution. And she's emerged victorious in the case, and she's been awarded 20 million naira in damages. James,
Yeah.
let's mind what we say.
So the lawsuit here is, I think, is that invasion of privacy part, Abi? You know, first of all, people need to mind their business again. I come back. This is me saying from the other angle. When it comes to things like this, even if you have first-hand information, you need to mind your business because what would that information do? See now, the the allegation or what she has won, for what she has been awarded for, is
Yeah,
not for whether she truly dated this senator. It is the fact that you invaded or you talked about her private concern. Do you understand? So you see, you have to weigh the options. You have to understand how these things work. You can't just come and be talking on social media and just think that
mm,
every is a free and fair, environment to just talk. Yes, everybody can talk, but the consequence of what you have said, you have to wait. Like I said, the nobody is not a crime to date somebody, or if you have dated somebody before, that's not a crime. It's not a problem. But you see, good lawyers will find, or good attorneys will find how to pin you eventually. This is not defamation. Is it defamation? Not really. But they pin that for, putting her in offensive light by talking about something that was supposed to be private. So I'm not saying I don't know the facts of the conversation. Do you understand? But regardless, I'll leave it at the point fact that you have spoken and then she has taken offense and taken you to court and asked you to pay. I hope the blog has 20 million. I mean, these days a lot of blogs are making money, so hopefully it shouldn't be a problem. Abi?
It
She said there are
shouldn't,
more people
ideally.
coming.
Yes,
She said
so
there are
I
more
mean,
people coming.
she said she has won 2 cases now and has a few more to go.
Wow. I
I
beg,
just
let's continue to another story. I'm not going to follow you in photo. Let me just tell you.
no. You'll be right beside me wearing a
Who?
black shirt, holding your fist in the air like
Me,
this.
I just
You know.
explained what happened to you to say this is what they did to somebody that said something. Where is that Oris? I wish he was there. Come and talk. Maybe you can talk. Is it me? Your person sent DM to Adunipe. This is the guy that said that it's not me and
can,
Ayo.
can you imagine?
Yes,
Can
yes,
you
I
just
will.
imagine?
I will.
Anyways, it just goes to show that as the people, I mean, we love to get in people's business. We love to make comments. But if you're making comments, make comments that you can actually verify.
And
Verifiable
defend because
comment
they'll ask you,
and
were
defend.
you there? You say no. You're not there?
Ah,
Did she tell you? You say no. Who to
because and I actually like how now a lot of people are, should I say, testing the laws because at a point on X and social media, people say all sorts of different things. I remember recently the issue of that young lady who, made those comments against the rude boy of P Square, and
Yes.
and he said, "Lie, I'm going to take this up." And I heard a story, I believe that said that she had been bundled out of the country, running helter skelter, and so on and so forth. So I like that now people are beginning to take these cases serious. You can't just come and say something about me and not be able to defend just because, oh, I'm on social media, I'm behind a screen, you cannot do anything to
Yes.
me. No, it's horrible. We've had people
Uh-huh.
who've taken their own lives because of false accusations and things like that. It doesn't make any sense at all. So we need to
It's
do
wrong now.
a whole lot better as
It's
a
wrong.
people.
In fact, that
Really.
rude boy one, that girl, that was it was too deep. It was aggressive. She was. I said,
She said
do you even know them from anywhere?
she said it so categorically, like
No.
she was there when it happened and she
Then
had all the
she used
evidence.
the same energy to delete her social media accounts.
Uh,
That was really funny. So Rude Boy said, if you like, the only way you can escape this thing is by deleting yourself from the surface of the earth. I said, man, come on. But I'm sure that lesson, and next time you won't be running up. But the truth is that these things will continue happening. We have people who just don't learn from other people's mistakes. So, but
Definitely.
that's why we assume that this space is for talking. Just talk, say whatever you want. Nobody, one guy, they will find you.
Oh yes. If you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes at the end of
I'm
the day.
telling you. Uh,
All right, let's take a pause here. When we come back in, we'll be talking about that man Diddy. Yes, of course, as we all know, and if you don't know, he's been sentenced to 50 months in jail. But he's now saying, "Judge, I beg, I want to spend my sentence in a particular jail." We'll talk about that and a whole lot more on the other side of this. Grapevine, Smooth 98.1. Back in a moment. You're listening to that X, eh? That X. I don't talk anyhow.
you think that? Let me tell you, it's as bad as when you go back to some people when you go back to what they have said many years ago. By yourself, you'll be shocked. I said this. It is called a digital footprint. Will find
Footprint.
you. Yeah, it's something you left there many years ago, and you now realize that I said this by yourself. You'll be shocked. They'll show you.
I remember
So I
one
mean,
story. I remember one story that I read. This was maybe 10 years ago
yeah,
or thereabouts, or more. There was
yeah.
one young guy that got an opportunity to, I think, go on a travel Barcelona or something, that kind of thing. And then they canceled that deal because they found some some anti-Catalonia tweets that he had made previously.
Absolutely.
And you know the whole issue of
Absolutely.
Catalonia and all that, they don't joke with it at all. They
Now,
said, "Omo,
no.
sorry, can't have you here." Lost opportunity like that.
Yes, now.
People
And
just
not just that. There are different other instances. Why do you think America and all those embassies will ask you for ask for Instagram
yeah,
handle? They
Omo.
check They'll check. They'll want to see whether you have said something terrorist related before, whether you said something bad about the president, about America. They'll check all those things.
People just feel like they're like they can say anything
I
and
say
get
it's
away
always
with it
all fun and games. Hmm.
because oh, they're behind a screen. They feel that they can
Yes,
escape.
they
It's
don't
not
know.
that anybody. They will find you.
Guy, they'll find you. See, it's Jack Bauer, man.
I don't even
They'll
know why
find you,
anybody would say something intentionally that he knows is not true, that he cannot verify.
bro. They don't.
Why?
When people, these are people that don't even use their brains. You
I
just
don't
say,
understand.
and you. It is like that rude boy one say, and that's how you cheated to Anita with your house girl.
Like
Were
she
you
said it
there?
with so much confidence.
I'm telling you,
Like say she get the evidence on one flash drive.
as
Say
in,
evidence stay here. That's how she
ah,
said it.
as if you lived with them, as if the house girl told you or something. You don't say that kind of thing. They are deleting your account. I think that's the end of your
Go
story on
ahead.
social media.
I say they don't bundle them across the border. Say I beg, I beg. I
They'll
got to run.
they'll they'll find you. Oh,
Let's keep playing. Let's keep. I
they'll
like
find out,
I like how people are not taking it seriously. If you say anything that's defamatory, I'm a tat on you.
bro.
Not a
Hmm.
tat on you. There's no this thing. All right. All right, welcome back into the Grapevine. It's Thursday morning. We're having such a good time right here. If you want to hear Locked on Smooth 98.1, I don't know what you're doing this morning at 8:34 a.m. My name is Ayokunmi, and of course, I have with me on the call this morning James Silas.
Yeah,
That's what's
let's
up. We're having a
go.
great conversation. And if you're not on YouTube, we've been having a great back and forth on YouTube. And behind the scenes stuff tends to happen there. So Smooth 981 FM Lagos is where you need to be. Leave your comments out there. WhatsApp, leave your messages as well. 0911 999 0981. 0911 999 0981. On YouTube, I have heard that says Lady Bakari is trying to backtrack on what she said after the damage had already been done. When
Mhm.
will these celebrities ever learn to keep sensitive matters about their lives away from the media? Well, I think at this point in time, it's like a drug of some sort. If they don't put information out there, maybe they feel they're not relevant anymore. But I mean, you can still be relevant without putting out sensitive information. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
There are some people that they're still in the limelight one way or the other, but you never hear anything negative. You never hear any scandalous things going on with them. Can you say, oh, we then say, oh, maybe they're not, maybe they don't have any skeletons in their cupboards. I mean, everybody seems to have one thing or another, but it's how you package it to keep it in the down, down, down of your cup. Put all your clothes on top of itself. Put it out there on your
I
own. Eh?
sounds like talking from experience.
No, I'm just speaking generally.
No, you're giving us tips. Go
Tips.
on, don't worry. Yeah, go ahead.
Let's go on with the stories before you now put something in my hand like that's not my own. Anyways, let's talk about Diddy. Now, just a couple of days after being sentenced to 50 months in prison on the prostitution-related charges, Sean Diddy Combs has applied to the court to transfer him to a different prison facility. Now, his request is the latest development in his year-long legal ordeal on multiple charges of sex trafficking, physical assault, and racketeering as well. Now, shortly after the verdict was handed down, his legal team argued that the Mann Act was misinterpreted in his case, claiming that he never personally engaged in sex with the escorts during the so-called free cuffs and so on and so forth. Now, his lawyers wrote to the judge requesting that he be transferred from the Brooklyn Metropolitan Detention Center in New York to the FCI Fort Dix in New Jersey to allow him to address his drug abuse issues. Diddy and his lawyers are trying every single thing, Sha, at the end of the day.
Absolutely. So, I mean, I think they've accepted or come to terms with the sentence or the timeline. But now they want or they are requesting for a particular detention center. And according to the report, this Fort FCI Fort Dix is a massive low security federal correctional institution located on the grounds of the Joint Military Base, McGuire Dix, Lakehurst, about 70 miles south of New York
From New
City.
York. Yeah.
Now, the crazy thing about this place He said it is resting for a lot of top-notch, top-notch um, um, prisoners, prisoners, including drug traffickers, mobsters, and corrupt politicians. But why does Diddy really want to be here? He said it is for him to be able to, manage his or go through the drug treatment, this drug abuse treatment, and then also have more um, access, or for his family to also have more access to him. Of course, if they said the place is not too um, rigid or not too, so
It's
at
low
least you really,
security.
yeah, it's not too tight, like not bad like that. And so um, but if that okay, you can also understand why the mobsters, the corrupt politicians, and them people are kept there because of course there's some level of VIP treatment. I want to assume. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, I don't think that I mean, 15 months is fine, but I don't think that they should squeeze in too much. They should, I don't say wicked, but it's not wicked. They should punish him too much. This punishment is fine, but I hope that they grant him, this request. Let him beware. We still want Diddy. Diddy, I think he's repentant. I think it has just happened. It has happened, and thankfully he's going to dance to the tune of what he has played. But let him grant him this one. I think his family will be able to come close to him. Perhaps he might even be able to do more Instagram posts and motivational posts from prison. Uh, I mean, yes, I hope they give him.
Mm.
I hope they
Well,
give
I
him.
mean,
Yeah,
that is on one hand. Other people say that he did the crime, he should do the time, and so on and so forth. But also, I mean, could there also be, let me be a little bit of a conspiracy theorist here, that he
yeah.
actually wants to move to this particular facility, maybe because he wants to be away from maybe those he has offended, those who might be able to easily access him in the other facilities,
I don't
and so
think
on and
so.
so forth.
I don't think so, Ayo. Those he has offended, who are the people? Did he have money to pay everybody to say sorry? I take, sorry.
But for some people, it's not all about money. I mean, if you're
No,
that
I
big,
know, but
you would have stepped on some toes here and there
where
and
did he
all that.
is? Oh, definitely, that could have happened. But where did he is at the moment? I mean, I'm sure is that not where he's supposed to continue serving it? Do you understand? But I'm thinking
Mm.
that he wants where he is. I mean, he has spent up to a year there, but
Yeah,
he
about
wants to.
about 14 months or thereabouts.
Do you understand? So he wants to. He would rather spend it at the other side. And I'm sure his legal guys have been talking. They know it must have been the idea for him to be moved to that side. They have told him that no, this place is easier. This place, your family can see you a lot conveniently and all of that. And then they've held on to the drug issue, saying that that's where he'll be able to have proper, um, you know, treatment or whatever it is that he'll need at that particular prison. So I'm sure if they use that sentiment, they will say, okay, yeah, fine, want you to be clean or to be rehabilitated properly of your
Okay.
drug use. And you can also assume that where he is at the moment, he has access to all of these things, drugs and stuff. So and he doesn't want that. I think that Diddy is repentant. Personal opinion. But yeah, they should grant him this one. Let him go there and do his thing. The punishment has been meted out. He'll do it. But yeah, I don't know how many. Of course, lawyers will tell us that yes, prisoners can actually ask for where they want to be taken to. I don't know how often they are able to do that. But in this case, I'm begging to that they should grant him.
All right. Well, we'll see. I mean, at the end of his sentence, whether or not he truly is repentant and he comes out a changed man. Okay, let's talk about this particular one. Now, this one was very interesting when I saw it because, to a degree, I believe we can all relate to this. Now, doctor and social media personality, Apoko Doctor. Now, he recently ignited a heated debate on social media about the appropriateness of adults referring to children as my wife and my husband. Now, he said that adults should stop referring to kids as my wife or my husband, referring to this age-old tradition of using that as a term of endearment when referring to children. Now, this caused a lot of divided opinion, on the social media space. Some people for, some people against, some people in the middle saying doesn't really matter and so on. But James, what do you think
Yeah.
about this? Because, like I said, in a way, we've all experienced this somehow, some way along the
Yes,
years.
yes. I really think that, when you now look back, or not just look back, look at society today, you now realize that, oh, wow, this might be one of the reasons why a lot of things are going wrong in the society today, or went wrong at that time. Um, I really, really agree that, and believe that it is wrong for you to make these, or make children, tell them, oh, my wife, where's my wife? And then all those things, it seems like it's harmless.
Mm,
And truly, the intention might be harmless. I mean, it's supposed to be harmless, but truthfully, over time, in some cases, it would have gone out of hand, and it may have led to various forms of abuses. Um, I think it's really wrong. I think, because you see, children are very fragile. They are very emotional. They are loving. They are innocent, and they think that, and truly, truly, they like some people a lot, like, as innocent as they are,
yeah,
without um knowing the people's or the adults' intention. And some adults truly, truly take advantage of them. And that's, like I said, what we've come to realize in this day and age. And so in 2025, we should not be hearing anybody, or no adult should be telling children, oh, my wife or my husband, come, my husband, where's my husband? Come. And the child is growing, the child is paying attention, is seeing a lot of things in society. The child can see the parent. So they think that if this auntie is my wife, uh-uh, some of those children will reach out to want to kiss or hug or hold you and all those things. And truly, some bad adults take advantage and they abuse these
yeah.
kids over time, and nobody else will get to know until the damage would have been done finally. So it is wrong. I think they should take a conscious, or make a conscious effort to gradually not, don't do it. Don't do it. If you are doing it, if it seems like, oh, and some people say, oh, no, but what exactly? Why? I didn't even think about, no, but that's what's happening right now. Sometimes it may not be because you are saying, even the children, they come back from school sometimes and say, maybe call one of their classmates their husband or their wife, or say that I want to marry one of their class. They are just innocent. But if you keep fueling that, if you keep, encouraging those things, it may get out of hand. And like I said, some adults are truly predatory, and
Mm.
they will abuse because that's who or what they are.
Well said, James. Well said. All right, let me take your messages here. This is, let me see.
Yeah. Are you there?
Excuse
Can
me.
you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. This is AY Muniru who says, a wise man,
Okay.
a wise man called AY from Muniru once said, there are certain things that shouldn't be said out there in public. Your private and personal matters should be kept private. And I'm pretty sure it's referring to that story we took about Lady Bakari and all that. I
Yeah.
mean, keep your stuff in your back pocket. We don't need to know. And this is Tayo Naja who says, I'm in Lagos traffic drinking water. Please catch Oris for me. You self define Oris. I want to catch him right
Uh,
now. And then concerning Lady, she go explain, no evidence. If Nigeria was working, she would be fighting for her custody or for custody of the child. She no carry her picking go museum,
honestly.
explain the business of Nollywood. Slips happen like Diddy and his baby oil getting 50 months jail time. He thinks he's doing prison break. Senator and barrister at law Dino Melaye with his luxury lifestyle isn't for public communication. Tread softly or join legal action like Aduni did. Blog with 20
Okay.
million. Tayo, to surprise you, these blogs are making a lot of money. They're making quite a bit of money. Believe me when I say that. He then says, I want to say something about Ayo, but I'm afraid to say it. He's a smooth guy, but I don't know if he'll believe it. Tayo, please say it. I also need 20 million at this point in time. Please, just say it. That's what I'm looking for. This is from Kenny. Kenny says, uh, we are pers- giving pervasive civilization in Nigeria, or what do you mean? Uh, okay, he says, okay, I think we're a pervasive civilization in Nigeria in some cases. That's why a mother can introduce an underage child to nightclub life. It's not
Mm.
only her involved in such an act. If there's association of Yahoo parents, what else again? When I heard that, I was like, eh? Okay, things are happening. He then says this is what encourages indiscipline and social problems among Nigerian youth. Mm. Essien says, good morning, I. Good morning to you. Concerning Diddy's request for a transfer to a prison named Fort Dix is very interesting given the nature of some of the allegations against him. Oh, goodness
Mm.
gracious. I'm just saying, also, he's not repentant in the least. Let's give him a chance now. Let's give him a chance. Let him do his time. People change. People
Mm-hmm.
change. Let's wait till he's done his time, and then we'll see whether or not he's repentant. Chidozie says, I've always found that concept of calling kids wife and husband disgusting. I'll never do that, and you'll never try that with my kids. All right. Thank you for sharing those thoughts. Very interesting thoughts this morning. James Silas, thank you so very much, my man, for keeping
Anytime,
on.
any day, Jim Salas everywhere. Instagram, X, formerly known as Twitter, Facebook. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm actually everywhere. If you reach out to me, tell me you're from the Grapevine. I'll holler back. See you guys on the next one.
All right, James, take care of
Peace.
yourself and have a great Thursday and a great weekend as
You
well.
too, bro.
And thank you
Bye.
all for keeping it tuned and keeping it locked to Smooth 98.1 and, of course, the Smooth Breakfast. It kicks on most definitely. My name is Ayokunmi Kikiriakum. Stay tuned. There's more to come after this. All
Bye.
right.
Bye.